You would be surprised by the concept of this game. A mix between a racing game and a platformer? That sounds awesome! And the commercials may look awesome too.
What's worse than a crazed bandicoot behind the wheel of a car? A bandicoot clashing with other crazed drivers and shooting a really big weapon. Introducing Crash Tag Team Racing. Combine and conquer in Crash Tag Team Racing. Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
Just imagine, Crash 2 meets CTR. The possibilities are endless. With the right execution, it can be the best Crash game ever. Too bad this game was executed horribly. The story in this shit fucks that Ebenezer Von Clutch is hosting a challenge in his amusement park. He is joined by Pasadena Opossum and Willie Wumpcheeks, the park's mascot? What? Whoever can find a black power gem for his dying ass to win ownership of the park. I will give Tag Team Racing this. The story is at least something different. CTR and CNK was about an alien challenging you. We also gotta get other gems to unlock more parts of the amusement park. So let's start off with the main selling point. The platforming? What? Yeah, the majority of this game is platforming. And very bad platforming. Crash controls like shit in this game. He feels loose as fuck and landing is a bitch because how annoying the jumping is. Seriously, the double jump works whenever it fucking wants to. If you try to jump on a platform but you're on a ledge, you get the double jump animation and you won't be able to jump again. AKA, don't try to jump off a ledge. Also, the camera? Terrible. It's an inverted camera. I mean, yeah, you can turn the inversion off, but the camera is still annoying as shit. And it's a damn shame because level design in the platform parts is passable, and I like the theming of them. Pirate themed, fairy tale themed, Egyptian themed, prehistoric themed, and space themed. Cool. And admittedly, exploring these worlds for the first time is kind of fun. But once you get used to that world, it becomes boring as hell. You're gonna have to do a lot of the story on foot. The platforming is the majority of the game, even though it's called Crash Tag Team. What does that say there? Racing! But you could actually beat this story without doing a single race. How? By getting crystals. You can get some in races, but you can get more crystals by buying them from park workers using the Wumpa tokens you collect. Get enough crystals and you earn a gem. That's fine all, but because you gotta collect hella crystals, especially later on, it gets so grindy and dull to the point where it sucks the fun out of this game because how repetitive it can get. By the way, did you know that this game is a racing game? Let's get to the racing in this game. There's a unique mechanic in this game called clashing. During races, you and another racer can clash into a big ass weapon. One person drives and the other person kills people. That sounds amazing. It's a unique twist that spices up the races a little bit, like Mario Kart Double Dash and CTR combined. But trust me, you just gotta use or clash with one character and you can cheaply win races by doing cheesy shit. Who? Engine. His missiles are so fucking OP that you can kill a lot of people with just 1 or 2 missiles per racer. And you can clash as much as you want, which means that you can clash with Engine as much as you want. And when you unlock him, it doesn't matter who you clash with. If you're Engine, you're stronger than Thanos with a fucking gauntlet. It makes races more fun by a lot,
but it becomes incredibly easy, even on the hardest difficulty.
If you stick with Engine, 0 skill is required for any of the races. Despite being broken and having basic ass controls, I still enjoy the races. They are pretty fun, especially with clashing. There's also battle arenas and start arenas, and they are pretty fun. The best way to play them is in multiplayer. Multiplayer in this game is pretty fucking fun. Not CTR fun, but still really fun. However, there are more problems in this game than just the platforming. First of all, the visuals are weak. The textures don't have enough detail. The color palette looks like everything has been collecting dust for years. And look at the human characters. They look like they belong in an 80s candy commercial, not a fucking Crash game released in 2005. Another problem is the characters. Besides Cortex, they are all fucking annoying. Characters like Crunch and Engine only changed in character for a shitty running joke, like how Crunch is a Mr. T clone. This could be funny for a scene or two, but for 3 straight games, it's fucking obnoxious. And Crash, holy shit, shut the fuck up. Your voice is so blabbery and annoying. Just shut the fuck up already. I respect Just Arnell. After all, he voices Wacko. But I'm sorry bro, this is not it. Good thing you improved as Crash and Insane, but we're reviewing his debut role in the Crash series. This voice isn't cute or funny, it's annoying. Bro, shut the fuck up! The humor in this game is atrocious. It's so lowbrow and juvenile that it's pathetic. I mean, there's some jokes that are funny, more so Cortex's jokes and some of the visual gags, but majority of them are so childish that only a toddler will find it funny. And keep in mind, this game came out after Twinsanity, one of the funniest video games of all time. That's disappointing. Bro, tell me, how the fuck is this funny? You know, it would be funny if the cow breaks Crash's fucking neck with his tail, but, you know, E10. I'll just stick with this. I'm being a fucking hypocrite right now, aren't I? Speaking of downgrading from Twinsanity to fuck shit, the music. It's one of the worst soundtracks I've heard in a game. The music is a collaborative work between Spiralmouth, who did Twinsanity's music, and Mark Barrow, who is the key composer from Radical Entertainment. The music makes my fucking ears bleed. Spiralmouth is disgusting in this. Seriously, listen to a song in Twinsanity and listen to a song in Tag Team Racing. Crash Tag Team Racing is a perfect example of wasted potential. It has the ideas, but the delivery is weak. Even though I enjoy the racing, the story, the multiplayer, and some of its humor, the rest are just unbearable. The boring platforming, the awkward controls, the weak graphics, the sickening music, the obnoxious characters, and the horrible humor that's so immature that a fucking fetus is more mature than humor. Unpopular opinion though, I'd rather play this than Nitro Kart. Yes, this game is technically worse, but at least the racing is fun and it controls fine, while Nitro Kart controls like doo-doo ass. Besides the racing, there's no reason to play this game. It's a mediocre at best game that has some cool ideas, but too bad the execution ruined everything. The fact that the most memorable thing about Tag Team Racing is this is just fucking sad. Speaking of sad, what's next?